Everyone is waiting for Elon Musk to release that $25,000 Tesla, right? But while the world was watching Texas, a compact SUV just rolled off a production line in Slovakia that, well, might have already won the race. Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're looking at Kia's new 2026 EV2 to see if it's the ultimate shortcut to zero-emission urban driving. We're unpacking the specs, the psychology behind the marketing, and of course, the real-world costs to see what this actually means for you.
Yeah, it's a massive strategic play. Kia essentially bypassed the whole, talking phase that other automakers get stuck in and just built the thing.
Right, exactly.
But creating an EV that cheap means they had to make some highly calculated decisions on the hardware.
For sure. Let's look at what they prioritized. It's a five-door compact SUV built strictly for the city, housing a 42.2 kilowatt-hour battery. In practical terms, that yields about 197 miles of range.
Right, which sounds modest, but if your daily commute is around 15 miles, you're only plugging this in once a week.
Yeah, it's basically the automotive equivalent of a starter home. Like, it's not a sprawling mansion, but it has exactly what you need to stop renting. Or, well, stop paying for gas in this case.
I love that starter home analogy. And the battery architecture here is fascinating too. Think of it more like a high-speed smartphone rather than a heavy-duty laptop. It holds less overall juice to save weight and cost.
Which makes total sense for a city car.
Exactly. But it's designed to sip power and fast charge from 10 to 80% in just 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's basically the time it takes to grab a coffee.
And that efficiency plays right into the interior design. Kia is using what they call a picnic box cabin concept.
The picnic box, yeah.
Since they shrank the physical footprint of the car to keep it cheap, they use these eco-friendly, fabric-rich materials to make the space feel open rather than claustrophobic.
Right, and they expanded the digital footprint to maintain a premium feel. They actually fit a massive triple-screen infotainment system in there.
Oh, wow, really? 3 screens.
Yeah, a 12.3-inch driver cluster, a dedicated climate screen, and another 12.3-inch central touchscreen. It creates this optical illusion of space and luxury, making a small car feel remarkably high-end.
That's incredible. Now, going back to what we said about stopping paying for gas, that is exactly why this launch timing is so aggressive.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because our sources point out that this shift is largely driven by macroeconomic realities, specifically the global fuel spikes stemming from the outcome of Donald Trump's war in Iran. And I want to be super clear here to you listening, regardless of where anyone stands politically on that situation, we are taking absolutely no political sides here.
Right, we're merely reporting the economic realities driving consumers toward EVs.
Exactly. The economic reality is just that consumers are being severely squeezed at the pump. And Kia is capitalizing on that pressure with a huge European marketing campaign called the Power of Firsts. Usually entry-level cars are marketed exclusively to teenagers, right?
They are, yeah. Like the classic first car. But Kia is targeting firsts across the board here. So, a first post-divorce road trip, moving to a new city, or maybe starting a business.
It's just brilliant psychology.
It really is. They are acknowledging that economic resets and life transitions happen at any age, which dramatically widens their buyer pool. Though, just a quick note for the U.S. drivers listening, you won't actually get the EV2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the U.S. market will see the slightly larger EV3 crossover instead. But for the European market, this car is meant to be the affordable savior.
Well, that actually brings up a huge sticking point for me. I really have to push back on this whole affordable narrative. If you look at the Italian pricing, the base light trim starts at 26,600 euros, which, actually is a fantastic deal for what you get.
It's incredibly competitive.
Right. But the fully loaded GT line, which upgrades you to a 61 kilowatt-hour battery, hits 40,850 euros. Doesn't a 40K price tag completely destroy the entry-level illusion?
Well, it's a classic margin padding strategy. For 26,600, that base model gives you the core utility you need. But automakers know a segment of buyers will always want more range and premium features.
Like the ventilated seats and 19-inch wheels.
Exactly. Those higher, more profitable trims effectively subsidize the cheaper base models.
Sure. But if you're spending over 40 grand, you're not in a starter home anymore. You've built an expensive addition. Loading up a hyper-efficient urban commuter car with heavy luxury upgrades kind of defeats its core purpose as an affordable city runabout.
It does create an identity crisis for the top trim, I agree. But the base EV2 still represents a major shift in the entry-level market.
Because it proves that a functional, well-designed city EV can exist at a truly accessible price point.
Precisely.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to ponder. If hyper-efficient picnic box compact EVs like the EV2 become the dominant species on our streets, How might our urban infrastructure fundamentally change to accommodate them? We might see a completely different physical footprint for our cities.
It's a fascinating possibility to think about.
It really is. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Your continuous support means the world to us, and it is genuinely the ultimate reward for the hard work we put into creating these shows.
Yes, thank you all. We really appreciate it.
As for that high stakes race for the affordable EV, well, the ball is officially in Tesla's court. Catch you next time.